Hello there, Sam.
Hey.
Hey, remember when you criticized the scavenger hunt so much?
What did I criticize about it?
Well,
Hey, I heard a lady
really
streamer was needing someone to drive a
I was going through some shit, but, I just remember you were, like, saying how it should be run and how I should do this, I should do that.
I said,
blah,
yeah, I
blah,
just
blah.
said that your riddles aren't the fun part of it. The fun part of it is the chess and everything like that. I thought that was a good invention that you added. I thought it was like a cool mechanic and great, excellent. Yeah. I thought it was a cool mechanic and you could use that in the future.
I do think the KickHouse was good. Don't get me wrong. I do think could have been better. And
you know,
help you if you want it.
You know what the main issue is, Paul, is that like the moment it started, I was like putting a group chat with like every moderator from Kick, and then it's not like, you know, like I don't know if you'd even ever be able to get like a prison stream to fly again now on Kick. It's like, the moment it started, I was on like high alert for everything. And just, the problem is like every streamer nowadays, I don't know what's happened, but every streamer nowadays just wants to kill each other. So it was just like me constantly catering to stop people from killing each other. And it's like, eventually like, you know, I can't have a house like that because it's just it's gonna be bad. It's gonna end bad. So like, I don't really know now.
Well, you know, let me give you my insight here.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. The moderators, yeah. So,
not the moderators. It's just the current situation. You know the current situation on Kick. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be that person. Like I would rather it ends after 5 days than it ends in, you know, some fuck shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, my last prison stream, and even the Hunger Games, right? You know, the Hunger Games, the last prison stream, they weren't even worried. The Hunger Games, they were, mods messaged me. Eddie was, you know, a little bit concerned. He's like, so, you know, there's a lot of, you said there's animals on this place. They're going to be living in the woods. Like, you know, how can you make sure that people don't kill each other or they don't die from an animal?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? You just have to trust me. I have medical staff 24/7 on standby. You have to just trust me. I promise that your brand is safe with me. And that's all I said. And you know what? No issue. And that's it. You just got to give them the trust.
But you had like the funding for like the 24/7 medical staff and all of that kind of stuff, right? Like I pretty much paid for this all myself, like except from the prize money. Like I spent 30K I spent on this basically.
Oh what, dude? You're in Thailand. It's cheap as shit there. Everything's cheap.
Yeah, I know. I spent 30K on it, like out of my own pocket. Up until this point, it would have been more obviously if it kept going, but like up until this point, it was 30K.
Hey, all right, your mod wants to spam about Xena getting arrested for paintballs. Just to clarify, this stupid mod, I told her no paintballs. She didn't listen to me, and then she went to jail. And guess what? She's still in jail, so she got her consequences. And I made sure I went out of my way to donate $50,000 to victims of paintball massacres. Okay, so
yeah, but you know, stuff like that, that luckily happened when it unfortunately happened, but still, luckily for you, it happened when it did, because like if it would have happened now, it would have been fucking chaos for you.
No, you know no, I disagree. The difference is I went out of my way on stream to say no paintballs to people. She did it. That's on her. That's not on me. That's not on Kick. Nobody wanted her to use paintballs.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's on you anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I put 2 people in the room and I say hang out here and then they kill each other, like, it ain't on me. It's on them for being animals and fucking killing each other. But obviously, I know what the consequences will be, and I know I will be dragged into it. And it's like, it's so fucking hard because I don't know. I spoke to everyone all the time. I called them in the diary room off camera. I said, look, do you all know your limits? You know where to stop? Yes. And then the next minute they're destroying each other's stuff and pouring shit everywhere. And like, I didn't want it to be this fucking shit show of a house. I wanted a house which was like built around storylines and stuff like that. And it's like, no one let that develop. They just like...
You know, Sam, this is what I would have done.
Yes.
If I was very worried about them getting violent or whatever.
No, I wasn't. That's the thing. I wasn't worried about it. I only was worried about it like the moment it started. I was like, oh my God, they're fucking animals. All of them.
All right, so this is what I would have done. Because you still want the content, but you don't want the violence or whatever.
Yeah.
So what I would have done is I would have went in there and I would have chained them all to the wall. And I would have... had them with 6 feet distance away, chained to the wall, and then if they misbehave, then I will feed them dog food or some sort of dog shit fucking food that sucks, and till they get better.
Yeah, fuck's sake.
Sam, it's
now looking back on it.
It's all psychology, right? You just have to, it's like, what's this, Stockholm Syndrome? You just gotta, like, give people a little bit of something.
Problem, yeah, no, I did. And the problem was there's one guy in there who kind of, like, went in with the thought process of just destroying everything that I've built. And, like, he basically convinced most of the people to leave and then just left himself. Like, when he convinced everyone to leave, he was like, oh... like everyone who I've like wanted to leave has left, and then he was like, oh, I'll leave too, and then I had 3 housemates left in 5 days. And like,
who was that?
Wes.
And how did he convince everybody to leave? What did he say?
He just kept saying like, oh, you guys are going to be so much better outside the house. Why are we doing this? This is so pointless. We can just leave and we can just go and stream and make more money. And like, he convinced like the whole house just bully Merc non-stop. Like he riled them all up. So they all bullied Merc until Merc would like freak out and do something. So then Merc would always be punished, which would create like money off the balance. And then eventually like one of them ended up like ripping like a teddy bear that her dead mum bought for her. And then she stormed out. And then when she stormed out, the girl that ripped the teddy bear, I think realized it was going to be bad for her being in the house. She just did something like kind of fucked up. She left. And then Wes was just sitting there like, oh, every single person I had any sort of like content with has left. And then he just stood up and then he left. And like all within an hour. And then I had no one. I just had Mike Smalls was the only person left. And then the problem is I can't sit here and like try and hold down a stream whilst casting new members, because obviously it's not as easy for you. Like you're in Texas, like people can come really quick. I've got to like fly people out and stuff like that. So it was just not realistic for me to keep running it whilst trying to get new cast members. And I just had to, you know what I mean? Like I had to call it. It was good. It was good up until that, though. It was good.
Wes didn't seem like he was very motivated by money, right? I don't know if he needs money or not. You need people who are motivated by money.
And also, this cocksucker... No, listen to this. This cocksucker Wes the whole time was pressing me to get his KCIP back. So I called in an Eddie favour. And Eddie favours, they don't come... They come thin and far, like, you shouldn't really call on them. And I called on it because I said anyone that goes in the house, I'll help them. Come on. And I got his KCIP back, and the day he got his KCIP back, he left.
Well, I was going to say, okay, if he's not motivated by the prize money, he wants the KCIP. Also, you can cast people motivated by money, but also cast people not cast people who... don't take away the prize money. Like you're taking away the prize money little by little as a punishment.
Yeah, but the only other punishment is just kicking them out, though.
No, you can be a little creative, right? A little bit of okay, you're not going to get good food today.
Yeah, no. The good food thing was like one of the reasons why like 2 people left. No cigarettes, leave, everything. Everything.
What?
It was. They don't care. None of them cared.
I mean, that's crazy to me. I mean, I've done horrendous things, and people still don't leave. So
Yeah. I mean it. I mean.
But I guess I'm picking the right people. You're picking some weaklings, man. You got to pick, Florida boys, and you got to pick mid-Korea mans, and people who are just
Like my
fucking hard,
cast was good for content, but they just didn't like stick it. They were like the content was good, the energy was good, like people were watching it. Like the way I had it set up, the camera changing, like the 24-hour challenge, the channel and me hosting it, like it was good. I was happy with everything. It was just like from like day 2, I was like, oh, I'm cooked. Like I'm gonna constantly be fighting with these people not to leave, and it's like I can't spend like every yeah.
Can I ask what was the vibe you were going for when you casted the people you casted? What was the overall like? What roles did they play?
Like Merc was like the kind of alpha girl in the house. Like she's a little bit unpredictable, but also she's intelligent. Like Merc isn't stupid. Like Merc's
what?
Yeah, Merc's actually an intelligent person. She's too hot. She's emotional, probably has BDP or whatever it's called, and is hot-headed, but she's also is intelligent, right? Wes was like Wes I know is unhinged, and he's like not really completely known in the community very well, and I knew his personality would be like, he says whatever he wants to anyone, and I knew his personality would be like really interesting to see with like people who have not been around someone like that. Mike was like comedy, a serious streamer. Like I think he could like carry some storylines, and like he's like a good actual real content creator. Eli was like the kind of like dad of the house, like the person that could like anyone could speak to. Moxie was like the dumb blonde which would just say the ridiculous stuff. And then Dora was like, this guy was like super delusional, never knows what's going on truly, and just is like ridiculous. And then the random crypto gal was just like a crypto streaming gal, which is just ridiculous in its own sense. Like each character was good, and it was good content, but it was just, there was too much crash out. It was too much crash out too quick.
I mean, I think what you just described, I don't know. I don't think those people mesh very well to make like a Big Brother kind of thing. I think you need more exaggerated stereotypes of certain people.
Okay.
Like, for example, if you had like a white guy who like talked black, or somebody like that, or you had like some kind of troll, but he's like who acts smart, but he's really a stupid idiot, like Carl. Some people like that. Merc is just mentally ill, and not to be really used as any kind of main character, I would say. So if you want a girl, I mean, girls are tough because they're complete nonsense, all of them. So.
No, all of my girls were content, to be honest with you. Every girl I had in the house were content.
Yeah, but girls, the problem with girls is they leave and they complain and they cry, and then it's not very reliable. Girls aren't very reliable.
Yeah, but 4 guys and 4 gals, it was good to see girls and guys together in a thing like that. But you're right, yeah, girls are more likely to leave. But I really wanted that. The guys and the guys.
You should have gotten them 4 random girls who really
I said to my chat, what I would change if I changed it again is I would not use streamers.
No, you should use 4 male streamers, 4 random girls.
Yeah, they ain't gonna last with streamers, bro.
If you get the right girls who need money and are from the hood, they'll last.
Yeah, and the other thing was like, I let everyone stream because obviously, like, it's hard to get people to come to events now when they have to, like, stop streaming, right? You've got to, like, pay them a lot, and, like, there was no budget, right? So, other than the prize. So, the main thing I'd change is if I had regular people like not streamers, then they wouldn't have to stream and they wouldn't get baited by the chat to leaving. That was one of the big problems.
Well, I do think you letting them stream was probably the worst decision you could have
I
made
know,
because that
yeah.
gives them too much stimulation for
Yeah.
a Big Brother house.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people do expect, you know, a lot when, you know, you have people like me who, you know, are very generous with paying people out and stuff. And, you know, Aiden Ross giving people $20K to do nothing. So,
Yeah.
But, you know, money is still money, and you don't have to offer that much, and people will be happy with it still. You know, for example, if you gave, you know, second place $3,000, $2,000, I mean, that they're in Thailand. They can, you know, they'll be good for a month with $2,000, right? So you don't have to get that much. These people don't make that much money, so that's still fine, and it's not, you know, not a whole lot for you.
No, I'd be happy to do that, but these people were not happy with that.
Well, you got to convince them a little, like, hey, you know, it's this or nothing. You're in Thailand. You could, you know, last a month here with this. Just fucking take it or leave it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone just cashed
If
on.
anybody tried to tell me that what I'm giving them isn't enough, I would just be like, okay, then you get nothing. And you know what? I'm not having you in any future event because fuck you. I want people who appreciate what they're getting. Like, you just got to, you got to convince them a little, maybe a little gaslighting, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, it sucks. I put a lot of time into it, and it is what it is.
Oh, Thanos, yeah, he said him and Homie wanna do it, and for you to restart it in 5 days. I vouch for them. They're good. But they will fight people if they're disrespected.
Yeah. I just don't want to deal like, bro. Like I don't want to deal with fly. I'm not gonna pay to fly people out here, and then them like Moxie. I flew her out and she left the second day. Free flight. Oh, I'm actually just gonna go and make better content in Bangkok. Bye. You know, and then just took the flight money and left.
Why don't you do like this kind of event in Mexico where it's near America?
Yeah, I could, but yeah, it's quite a lot to set up. Like the house thing's quite a lot to set up, especially like because I wanted to do it for a month. Like I really want to do it for a month. I think that's when you really get like good development. But
yeah, a month is fine, but you know, I mean, Mexico is just like a third world country like Thailand, right? You just buy a house for cheap and then whatever, rent it and put cameras, and then it's like a 2-hour flight from America, so it's not, you know, it's easier to get people to come. Like, no offense, flying 12 hours to Asia is a fucking tough.
No. Everyone flew like 24 hours to get here.
How?
That's how long it takes, 24 hours.
I don't know what kind of flights you've been buying them, bro. That's
No,
crazy.
no.
I mean, LA to Bangkok is direct.
Yes, but no one came from LA. They came from Austin, Florida, Toronto. The quickest flights were 24 hours for anyone. Mike's flight actually got cancelled and he ended up on a flight that took 34 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he even showed up. That's way too long. Nah,
He was on a plane
crazy.
longer than he was in the house.
Also, why did you use cell phones as cameras, dude? You should get actual cameras.
Yeah, I know, but like I said, like I can't, like this is the problem with the actual cameras is I have to wire, you know, like each room had individual TTS, each room had like an individual tannoy, you know, like there was a lot of reasoning behind everything. The cameras weren't that bad, to be honest with you. The cameras were fine.
The cameras were fine, but they're not dynamic. You know, when they're static, it's not as interesting as, you know, they need to be dynamic.
That's why I had like a camera person in there too. Do you know what I'm saying? I had a camera person in there for 6 hours a day, and then me going around the cameras, and I also had 8 streamers in there. You know, and there was more than enough angles of the house.
I know, it's not about the angles, it's about the storytelling. It's hard to storytell when the cameras are static.
There was no story. Bro, the best storyline was Sam, Pandy, and Mark, and that got ruined. Everything got ruined, Paul.
Well, I mean, I think you did. I think the event was set up pretty well. You know, obviously there could have been things that make it even better. But you know, I'm not gonna. You know, my viewers want me to sit here and shit on you. I'm not gonna do that because obviously, even though you know you've criticized some of my stuff, it's fine. Like I like working as a team with other streamers. You know, This is a small platform. I don't want to shit on somebody else for trying. That's not fair. That's not good. Like, we all have to work as a team.
I appreciate
Even if other people are kind of fucking assholes, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I appreciate that, really. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, the house is here. Like, the house is here and the cameras are here, but I don't know.
I do think, though, you should give Mike something. I definitely think you should.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, I mean, like, I'm 30 G's down, realistically. I'm 30 G's down, and I said that, like, I can give him a couple thousand, but that it's just, you know, I'm kind of hurting as well.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, you should at least give him a stake stream. Just
I said that, and he said he doesn't want it. He says because he doesn't like gambling. And I said, how about I gamble and whatever I win, I just give to you? And he's like, no. So,
aren't you? Aren't you invoicing Kick anyways for the event?
I mean, what am I haven't even spoke to Eddie yet. What am I going to say? Oh, by the way, the event that I told you I'm going to do for 30 days, it lasted 5 days. You gotta
sweeten it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta be like, listen, I'm sorry, you know, it didn't go as planned. Things happen. You know, it's, you know, and then maybe just.
No, I'm just going to tell him.
Try to get, maybe see if they just will give something to Mike Smalls, you know?
I'm just going to say, this is what happened. This is the thing. Like, let me know how much you think I should invoice you for the time, and I'll see what he says. Like, for the time, the amount I streamed. I don't know.
You should have also done stake betting on the house contestants if they weren't going to leave, like to see who would the winner be at the end. I don't know if that was a possibility, but every time I do stake betting for the prison streams, man, they love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would have loved to.
Like, even if the prison stream were to have failed, they still, you know, they're like, you know what? A lot of stake signups, whatever. You know, we'll look the blind eye. We won't judge you too hard for this.
Yeah. You know, no, I get it. But yeah, I don't know whether you've talked about your next event with Eddie, but he said to me, he said to me that cutting down on events, like, that's what he said to me. But I don't know. That might just be me. Like, he might be just like, it might be the end of me, Paul.
I mean, I haven't talked to him, so, I mean, I'll talk to him eventually, but my next idea wasn't really an event. It was going to be some kind of, I don't know, some kind of travel thing, but I'm trying to think of a good gimmick.
Yeah. All right, maybe I'll come up with an idea for you to use. I'll message you.
All right, well, yeah, good luck, and hopefully.
I do appreciate your words, and I know, like, obviously some of your advice is trolling, but I do take some of your advice too, and
no, I'm not trolling at all. What do you mean?
Did you watch much of the house at all, or not really?
I tried to, but the time zone is like, not good for me. So they were usually sleeping when I wake up at 3 p.m. So
yeah, true. All right then. Have a good day.
All right, bye.
In a bit. Bye.